If you get your price wrong, your property can sit on the market for months. Get it right first time and your home will fly. Here's how to avoid those classic pricing traps. Hi there, my name is Chris Young and I have been an estate agent now for over 20 years, selling thousands of homes during that time. I'm here to help you make the right choices when choosing your estate agent and getting your home sold. So if you're after that kind of content, make sure you like the video and follow for more housing tips. Pricing of your home is a really touchy subject within the industry, whether it's with estate agents or with the people actually selling their homes. Rightmove only last week said that properties that are priced correctly and get inquiries within the first day are 22% more likely to sell. The longer your home's on the market for, the less likely it's going to sell for the best price. And not only the best price, the less likely it's going to go through to exchange and completion. So it'd be an absolute nightmare if you went through loads of weeks trying to sell your property, then loads of weeks to try and get it through to completion, to not being able to hand over your keys to the new owner. So where do we start? This is something you can do before you even get your estate agent round. First things first, look at comparables. Jump onto Rightmove, see what else is on the market at the moment within your local area and what you're competing against. It's all about having your property in competition with other properties that are out there. And what you've got to remember is these marketing prices on Rightmove and Zoopla are just that. They are just marketing prices. So if you can get enough competition and enough people through your front door, you will create demand on your home, pushing that price to the best it can be. Not only should you look at marketing prices, you should look at sold prices too. And there are places to find this. Rightmove has their own sold price section. Put in your postcode, put in a mile radius and see what prices have hit land registry. Just because there's a property on the market at an amazing price doesn't mean it's going to achieve it. Especially when you start looking at estate agents' achieved price compared to the asking price they've put it on the market for. There's some agents that are as low as 95%. So if you was on the market for 400,000, you will achieve 20 grand below that price. Here's one I come up against all the time, is overpricing. And agents trying to win the listing, telling you that your property is worth more than it actually is. So ignore the flattery. Just because they said your home is worth more doesn't mean they're going to sell the property for that price. Be realistic, not hopeful. And again, if you have the right estate agent, they will negotiate that property to the best price that they can. Let's be honest, most estate agents will have all the same buyers, but it's how they deal with those buyers that make a difference. Another way you've got to look at overvaluing is it's not the estate agent who's buying your property. Most homes will go through 4 stages of valuation. 1, what you think it's worth. 2, what the estate agent thinks it's worth. 3, what the buyer thinks it's worth. And 4, if they're having a mortgage, what the bank thinks it's worth. So these all play a part in what you're achieving for your home. Next, we have online valuation tools. Now, sometimes these online tools can be miles off. They're very useful as a range, but not as a promise. Most of these online valuation tools are just to get your data so it can be sold to estate agents or for the estate agent to be able to call you. So they're very much used as a hook to get through your front door. Please do take these online valuations as a pinch of salt. Next tip I'd say when you're thinking of pricing your property is think like a buyer. Take all the emotion out of your home, look at what other properties are out there and think, would I pay this amount for my own home? That often reveals if it's the right price. You'll be surprised how many times I've been into valuations and owners have turned around and said, I wouldn't pay this for my own home because I know what's wrong with it. So how can you expect for buyers to think differently? Price to attract and not test the market. You don't want to be constantly chasing the market down. How many times have you seen properties come onto the market and they've had 3 or 4 reductions before they've even sold? That's what happens when you chase the market. And buyers ask that old question of, why isn't it selling? So a sharp competitive price will drive more people looking at your advert, which will in turn turn into viewings, which will in turn turn into offers. And the more offers we can get on your home, the more we can push that price up as estate agents. The most important time to price your property right is when you first come on the market, and the first 2 weeks is crucial. This is the time the big players like Rightmove and Zoopla are going to push your property out to the local audience or to the audience that's registered online. If you're pricing it wrong, you're really wasting your moment. It goes back what I've said at the start. Rightmove saying that if you get an inquiry within the first day, you're 22% more likely to sell. And the final tip when it comes to pricing your home is making sure you are on the right price brackets. Gone are the days of putting your property on the market for $299,950. It doesn't work as well as it used to. When you look at Rightmove and Zoopla, a lot of their pricing now goes up in tiers. So up to 300,000, it goes up by tens and thousands of pounds. Once you go over 300,000, it then goes up by £25,000 at a time. This can change with different websites, so it's always worth taking a look. So let's say, for example, your home is worth between £300,000 and £310,000. My advice would be to put it on for £300,000, because then anyone looking up to £300,000 will find your property, and anyone looking over £300,000 will find your property too. More buyers, more competition. So remember, pricing right gives you the best shot at a quick, strong sale. If this has helped, make sure you subscribe for more videos. I'm going to speak in a lot about different estate agents, on what they can do to help you, and also what you can do to get your property sold. And if you comment below on what price range you're looking for in your own home, I'll share some ideas on what I think could help. Thanks for watching, and here's to the next video.